Okay. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Shoot to Shit with Lunasty, Shawn, Vexx, and Robert Zamarippa. What's up, guys?
Hey, what's up, man?
What you got a mustache on your picture for, man?
Dude, I just shaved it for the last video, and I feel like I look older now in person than this picture that was taken like a month and a half, 2 months ago. I like it.
You look shady as fuck with that mustache, bro. You look shady as a motherfucker, dude.
Buy my page, pack waving inflatable arm playing tube man. You know?
It's like, I bought a car for that guy. He fucked me over.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. I actually used to sell cars.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's
Oh,
true.
man.
Hey, John told me a car without tires.
We said, as is, no warranty, man. That's on you. That's on you.
You open it up, it's like, where's the seats? It's like, there's no seats in here.
I was like, no, it's European.
Jesus.
How they drive it over there. Yeah, so we have another pay-per-view 1 week post SummerSlam Payback. So I guess it's to get the rest of the roster and some other titles on this show. So, and I think there's going to be one here in like 3 weeks or something.
Well, that's weird because they pretty much have like everybody that was in SummerSlam, but in different matches, in different types of matches too.
Yeah.
Bro, if you really
Kind of weird.
think
It's a week later.
these matches have been on fucking SmackDown and Raw for the last month.
Yeah.
They're the same matches, bro. Except for a couple.
Yeah, or some just thrown together. So, yeah, because like this first one, we got the Intercontinental Championship with Jeff Hardy versus AJ Styles. So Styles just dropped the title to Jeff, and that's when we saw the return of Sami Zayn. So, Sauce, what do you think is going to go on with that match?
Definitely, if Sammy's going to cause some interference there, I think. But it'd be interesting to see if they build this up to like a triple threat ladder match between those three. Or, but I don't know how much Sami Zayn's going to change his style due to all his injuries and stuff like that.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Either way, a program between those three for Intercontinental title going forward, I think that might be pretty interesting. Considering that these three guys, exception of probably AJ and Sammy, but you never really see Jeff kind of in a program with those two. And so that'd be kind of cool. Kind of like two different tiers. You got the 90s, and then you got AJ, and then you got Sammy that came on later, and these kind of three generational wrestlers that of their time just kind of in this program together. It seems pretty exciting.
Oh, yeah. And I feel, hear me out, I don't think Jeff's going to go over on this one. I think it's going to be AJ probably, to where, like you said, they can have a program with Sammy afterwards. But I think there's going to be some interference to where Sammy screws over Jeff gets pissed, and Sammy's a title holder, and that can set up for like maybe a ladder match to where they can give it back to Sammy as like the undisputed, Intercontinental, kind of like with the Razor Michaels angle. But I think if it goes to a ladder match, Jeff's probably going to do a bump that kills him, and leads to somebody winning the title. So I feel like it's interesting, but I have AJ going over on this one. What say you, Vexx?
I'm with Sauce. So I think Sammy's gonna probably do something. It's gonna cost the match, whether he costs AJ the match or something to a disqualification, which builds towards the three-way. I don't think they're gonna. I wanted to think that AJ was gonna be pushed more towards the heavyweight title, but I think they're going to wait for that since Roman's back. So, yeah, I think Sammy's going to do something which is going to lead to like a triple feud.
Yeah. And actually, Sauce, did we get your prediction? I can't remember.
Definitely. He froze.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
yeah,
I
there
was
he
just asking,
is.
did you say who you thought was going over? I think I might have cut you off.
I think Jeff will still retain to further the storyline, but
Yeah.
it's going to be a chase. Yeah, it's going to be a chase. You have if AJ and Sammy are the heels, that'd be a pretty good chase for two heels
Yeah.
to chase a face.
Okay.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But I think Jeff will retain.
And so next,
Yeah. Yeah. Same way. I'm the same way. I think Sammy's gonna cause. He's gonna cause something to happen. Like I said, maybe a DQ or something like that.
yeah, because he's going to do his work because, especially on social media, how he's said that he's never lost it and he's shitting on everybody who is claiming the title like you're not the rightful champ. So he's going to be heavily involved, I feel, in the finish anyway. So it makes sense. Total sense. Next, we got Big E versus Sheamus. So Vexx, what do you think's going to happen on that one?
Like I said, they've been working with each other on SmackDown. They're really big, and this has been taught for a few years. They really want to, I think, push Big E to the title, man. I'm not sure who's been. I know. No, Big E won against Sheamus with a roll up, so maybe Sheamus gets his win back. So I'm gonna go with maybe Sheamus getting his win back. Because I think Miz and Morrison might do something because they seem like they're beefing with Big E as well as too. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
And I know everyone's been talking about how WWE is really big on Big E doing a singles run. Post Kofi. Kofi had his chance with all that, and people were getting behind it, and it's just he's always going to be over. As long as they keep him a face. So I think it's at that point in time where they can have some strong wins leading up to maybe a
picture in
title
the back
match.
that's freezing them.
What's that? Am I getting frozen or what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sauce, what do you got for Big E and Sheamus?
I feel like Big E it would go over because they're really. I'm all for a Big E push. He's got the charisma and everything. Let him keep the momentum. Let him start building, and then maybe by WrestleMania, he's in that main title picture. Great athlete, man. He's a really good athlete and charisma and everything. I think he's got the tools. If not, if not, put Keith Lee in that picture.
Yeah.
I think Big E has the tools right now. He's been there a long time. They can actually build a great story around him.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, I feel that with WrestleMania, it's more like the payoff of the journey to hold the title, where I feel Big E could even win before it and be shown as a strong champion leading to Mania and retaining. So he could even win it before then. So I feel like this is the perfect time to have the rub off from Sheamus in a big match on a pay-per-view towards the end of the year, leading off into 2021.
Well,
So
don't forget about the Royal Rumble, man. That's the other big pay-per-view thing. He could win it in January.
yeah.
So
That's what I'm saying. Like, say he wins before or even at Rumble, because we're always going to have those Royal Rumble storylines. I want a chance to, win the title at Mania. But I like I said, I feel he could win before then. He can win at the Rumble, and no matter what storyline is being pushed, he can still look strong and win at Mania and retain. So, or like I said, maybe he can win the Rumble and do like a Kofi storyline. Yeah, so
Right.
we're all in. We're all in for Big E. Oh, you said Sheamus, did you, Vexx?
I think Sheamus might get his win back.
Yeah. So King Corbin versus Matt Riddle. Vexx.
Did we talk about this last week?
Yeah, I think it was pulled or something. Yeah.
That's all Riddle right there. They're not gonna. Corbin's a good heel, but that's his job. He makes other faces, so yeah, all Riddle.
Yeah, definitely. Riddle's got the momentum. Corbin's the heel that's not afraid to be embarrassed or go under or anything like that. He knows his role. So, yeah, just like last week when we predicted it, yeah, we're like, oh, yeah, Riddle's totally getting this one.
Oh, yeah. And I wasn't really the biggest fan of Corbin, but, being the huge mark I am, I started watching all these videos of how safe he is and the ring presence and stuff he has and how he feeds off of the crowd and whatnot. So now that they brought this Thunderdome thing, I feel like he could shine and he can have a good match with Matt Riddle. But, yeah, definitely Riddle's going over. My prediction, anyway. Next, we got the Mysterios, Rey and Dominic versus Rollins and Murphy.
Finally, Murphy gets him in a match.
Yeah.
Buddy Murphy is amazing, dude. But I don't know how that's going to go. I really honestly don't know because Dominic had a great showing. I feel like Ray's going to be the liability in the match, So I think if something happens where Seth and Buddy go over, I think it's going to be because Ray's impaired or Ray gets knocked out of the match early or something.
Yeah.
That it's going to cause a loss. It's going to be on Ray's fault. Ray's going to cause a mistake
because he's still missing an eye, right? So you got the one-eyed Mysterio versus the new, superstar who, like I said, had a great showing, still a little green. So you can have one-eyed Mysterio, Dominic versus the amazing Buddy Murphy and Seth Rollins. And I'm going to go back to my prediction from, the last pay-per-view where it might start planting the seeds of the Ray and Dominic branch off to go to the father versus son angle. Maybe I predict because Dominic was so don't help me in his last match that something's going to happen to where Ray costs him the match because he just wants to save Dominic and it's one of the aftermaths. Like, I told you, stay out of this, whatever. Maybe shoves him, and that's, like I said, just planting the seeds of, some tension. So I think, once again, Rollins picks up the win. Maybe Murphy, but like I said, I think they're sauce laugh. Yeah, definitely. I feel Rollins Murphy on this one to
give me a second.
Start with the Ray Dominic separation.
Right, definitely. I also, I don't like watching that match in SummerSlam. Did y'all notice Dominic stiffed the hell out of that frog splash?
No, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it looked like he stiffed Rollins on that frog splash. Like he put a lot of impact on that frog splash. I thought it was pretty funny. I don't think it was on purpose, but it looked good. It looked good though. I was like, oh,
that's good. Yeah.
Dominic turns on his dad. That's what they're going with. Like Saw said, Ray's going to cost him a match. Dominic's going to turn on him at the end.
Do you think the Eddie Guerrero paternity thing is going to come into play?
No.
It should,
man. I would say one thing, though, man.
Die.
I'm not going to lie, dude. Ray's new wife I thought that was Dominic's grandmother.
Exactly. I was like.
She looks old as hell, bro.
Well, you think about it, Ray's 47?
Yeah.
48? Yeah, so she's probably about that same age. She had a nice Louis Vuitton top, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I was like, that's like, I'm probably going to get shit for this, like near the border, like status, like always have to have that Louis Vuitton because Ray actually had the Louis Vuitton trimming on his mask.
Right.
So it's like, what is their obsession? It's like it's got to be a status thing. Like we're wearing Louis Vuitton on WWE, having to tell their family or something.
Yeah.
Surprised Dominic didn't have that on his gear.
Right.
Yeah, but no, that's a bold prediction because we were saying how that's how Murphy joined Rollins is because he was putting on some good shit with Aleister Black and just could not win. So he was kind of like down in the dumps and Rollins like, come with me, I got you and, we'll do this together. So I feel like that's something that Dominic would do. Like, I'm tired of, my dad cost me this. Fuck my dad. I'm with you guys. So I've been saying that. So hopefully, man, that's some good storytelling.
Oh, that'd be great, man. That'd be great just to see that swerve, and you get a heel Dominic,
Oh yeah,
with his little hoodie. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. That kept coming on during his match.
Yeah.
So Vexx. Next, we got Orton versus Keith Lee.
I want to say Keith Lee wins, but I'm not sure if they're going to give Orton 2 losses in a row, especially on the momentum he's been on. So I'm just going to go out and say Drew McIntyre is going to fuck this match. He might cost Keith Lee the match or whatnot, or you know what? He might help Orton win. He might help Keith Lee win. That's what I'm torn on. I'm not sure, because my thing is, why bring Keith Lee up to have him lose already?
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I guess I'll say Keith Lee.
Okay.
Do the help with.
I think definitely Keith Lee will get the win, but due to interference or some kind of distraction or anything like that, like, something's going to distract Orton and, roll up or something like that. Yeah. I'm really more looking forward to Keith Lee putting Randy Orton in amazing power moves.
Yeah. Hopefully we see a Spanish fly, man.
Yeah, because no matter what, because Keith Lee's an amazing wrestler. I just want to see Keith Lee exceed and really get through into this picture, in his main roster picture.
It's crazy how we know these guys, man.
Right?
Yeah,
man. And I definitely want Keith Lee to show out. Like, I want to see Randy in a spirit bomb. I want to see Randy, take a drop kick from him, everything, I just want to see Randy work with this guy, and I'm kind of excited to watch the match.
Battle of those drop kicks.
Right? You get to see, because really you've only seen really Keith Lee work somebody his size, which is, Donovan Dijak or Dijakovic right now. Just to see him work with Randy, which is more of a storyteller. It's going to be very interesting to see how the match is going to play out, but I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be a good match.
And the cool thing about Randy is he's all about putting people over that he likes, and I think he likes Keith Lee. Yeah, I think he's big on Keith Lee. So, I'm going to give it to Keith Lee as well. Yeah.
Right. And especially like the showings he had at the Royal Rumble and at Survivor Series. Roman really gave him the rub at Survivor Series.
Yeah.
So, it was just, I'm excited for him to actually do it. I just hope it doesn't derail his momentum.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys brought that up, because that's what I was going to say with, as far as, like, I love storytelling. Maybe it's wishful thinking, but I feel Orton now is where Cena was towards the end of him going out. Like, he's there to give the rub off to people, still put on some great matches, but kind of turn the reins over some. And I said that in the last video. So I think that, but when I say wishful thinking, I still want the legends to come out and interfere with Orton in some sort of way. So I predicted for, Orton's last match that Shawn Michaels going to come out, do the sweet chin that leads into a Claymore. So I hope something like that happens now. And like, Sauce, you were saying with the showings that he had before now, like giving Brock a good fight, and going one-on-one with Brock. And I don't feel with, Keith Lee being that monster that he is, would be taken out by Orton in the future, now back at this legend killer gimmick, but in turn got beat up by Brock Lesnar, got busted open, and was a little vulnerable. So I feel like somebody that size, someone that went toe-to-toe with Brock Lesnar like Keith Lee, I don't think he's going to go over with this one. I don't know how it's going to go down. Like I said, I wish the legends come in and fuck with them, because, he punted all of them, but and low blow Flair. But, my pick is Keith Lee as well.
Nice.
And so now we got that U.S. title with Lashley and Cruz.
Who's up?
Sauce.
So my prediction from last week is not happening yet, but I want Cruz to join that crew. I want Cruz to be under MVP, Lashley, and Shelton. And I think that would be like the new Nation of Domination. Just there's these physical freak athletes that are just going to run through people. And with MVP as a mouthpiece, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Apollo's going to retain. He's had the belt for a while, but they really don't know what direction they want with that title, which has been the case ever since that title came in existence. It's like, let's make this title important, and it kind of fizzles out. And let's make this title important again, it fizzles out. So I feel like Apollo's going to retain because keeping it on him right now is going to be good. But I think they're going to have a good match with Lashley. Lashley knows how to tell the story, and he looks great now as this new demeanor under MVP. But yeah, Apollo will retain.
I'm a big fan of the Hurt Business. I'm picking Lashley, man. I don't think Apollo's going to join. I think it's going to be Cedric.
Oh, Cedric might be a good choice too. Yeah.
I think that's what they're trying to go with. But right. I love the Hurt Business, man. I didn't think I would, but I'm really digging it. To the point they even signed MVP they gave him more time on his contract because he's doing so good. So yeah, I think the Hurt. I think Lashley, his future is the title. But I want maybe they might see how he does with the U.S. belt before they give him that. Because he's been wanting to fight Lesnar.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's been wanting to fight Lesnar. So and there's rumors that he's coming back too. So I think Lashley. I think I'm gonna go with Lashley on this.
Okay, and like Sauce said, I feel like they could all use MVP as that mouthpiece. So I said it whenever we did that last prediction show. Like that is a good ass story, man. Like to have Apollo join these guys because under MVP it would make a lot of sense. But I'm also gonna go with the Apollo. So I don't know how that's gonna play out. I think they're gonna have a good match as well. But Apollo, he's got my vote. And next we got women's tag match: Bayley and Sasha versus Nia and Shayna. So I guess I'll go first. My pick immediately is going to be Nia and Shayna. Only because we already know that they were trying to set up for this Bayley and Sasha, split. Yeah. But not many people are, trying to back up Nia. And might be in the minority here. I'm not the biggest fan of Nia, as you guys know. But
I know it's time for John to shit on Nia.
Yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of Nia, but if she had people that can carry her or make her look good, I feel like it's beneficial to have her do a program with Shayna, and because Shayna's just a badass that people like to get behind. So maybe some of that can rub off on Nia on how to actually be a heel, or like a heel that's like kind of like a tweener, like an Austin type, gimmick. And that can lead the way for Bayley and Sasha to go off, do their thing, and have other female tag teams that can, like I said, give Nia that reputation of showing what she can do in the ring and actually working safely and having a successful title reign and a good program. So I say Nia and Shayna. So Sauce.
Yeah. Well, what's interesting about this tag match is that you got two teams that are on uneasy ground. Mm-hmm. So you got Sasha and Bayley got kind of animosity, and then you got Shayna and Nia that are kind of like not on the right level right now, on the same wavelength. So it's kind of interesting to see because you don't know which way it's going to go. It's going to be like, is it going to cause more turmoil between Sasha and Bayley, or are they going to win because Nia and Shayna can't get on the same level? So it's gonna be interesting to see. But I can see Sasha and Bailey winning, but it's gonna cause more of a rift in there. Like somebody's gonna take a big hit, but it causes the other person to get the pin, and they're gonna blame it on the other person, even though they won. Yeah. And it's just gonna cause more and more of a split.
I didn't think of it like that. That's a good point.
Well, I love him on here.
I want to say Shayna and Nia, but I think Biggie, you just changed my mind. I think Bailey and Sasha could win this. Like you said, somebody pointing fingers or whatnot. But I agree with you too, John. Nia sucks. You need somebody to carry her, dude. Like she's dangerous in the ring, and I'm surprised she hasn't been fired yet. She's hurt too many people. But I guess when you have The Rock as your cousin, you can get away with shit. So, I think I was gonna say Shayna and Nia, man, but Biggie, I could maybe, but see, here's the deal though. They won that Bailey and Sasha match, which we've already seen that. We've seen it in NXT. We've seen it. I mean, how many times do we need to watch that? Right. I'm kind of tired of it, man. Like they need to start pushing more females.
Right.
Oh, they're shooting for the Bailey Sasha 3-disc DVD rivalry set.
I know. I know. It's and they're both good heels. So why turn one face? I'm not really sure about that. So I think I'll pick, I guess, Bailey and Sasha, I guess.
I was gonna say Sauce has that ability, man, to just dissect things, and like to the last prediction show, I was like, holy shit, like bing, I didn't think of that.
He makes the point that both teams have animosity. I mean, Shayna and Nia were just fighting each other a week ago.
Yeah, Nia beat the shit out of Mina. Yeah. No, yeah, that makes sense. But I think Nia needs somebody who can teach her how to talk and be a heel, because she does the whole, like, whenever the Becky thing happened, like, this fist, and then she did the, I don't know, just cheap heat, whatever.
A lot.
Yeah. And if you can make that productive, like Shayna, whenever Shayna did that run in NXT where she was fucking bullying Dakota, and talking shit to everybody, like, who can beat me kind of thing. And if you have her with somebody like Nia, so Shayna could talk her, be the muscle, and, Nia's there to just fuck shit up. It could work, and she can learn stuff and make us fans, make believers out of us. So I think if anybody is going to benefit from these titles and make them more relevant, it would be Nia and Shayna as monsters to beat, and vice, this story that's going on with Bailey and Sasha. Like they should try to make these titles relevant, and I think that's the way to do it.
Yeah, I can totally see that. Yeah. So, and then also too, it's like, well, they try to do it with Alexa Bliss and Nia at the beginning, and then of course it flipped over to the storyline with the little body shaming storyline, and and the payoff wasn't that big for it to me. But
it was for be a star.
Right. Yeah. So I think if they kind of build it as Shayna Baszler is like, I can kick your ass, but I don't need to because I got Nia behind me.
Yeah.
Be the muscle. Yeah, and just make her be the muscle. There's nothing wrong with that. Make her be the Mrs. Hughes. And just like take care of my life.
She has to know how to do that though, Sauce.
Yeah.
I mean, you can be the muscle, but you just can't. I mean, you have to either lighten up or know how to work, man. I mean, she's hurting too many people.
Yeah. Talk less, kick ass. That's what it is, man.
Right.
Do you like the China angle when she first came in? Just fucking shake the shit out of your Marlenas and stuff like just throw them down.
Right.
It worked. It works. Start from the ground, man. Like you can't work. You shouldn't have been brought to the roster, that early. But
right.
Like I said, maybe she's been gone this whole time rehabbing and doing something right. So
Right.
only one way to go from here.
If you want to know my dream women's tag for the title, it would be Shayna and Mercedes Martinez. That would be the dream team right there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that would be a dominant team. Like Mercedes Martinez is all like too legit, and Shayna's already legit. It's just like, that would be a wrecking crew right there. If they were to do something,
they have history.
Yeah. So if you want to do something like you want to make a good tag team, a heel tag team, I would put in Mercedes and Shayna and just have them just wreck people.
Oh, so what do you feel about during this match? Maybe getting interference from Shafir and Duke. Because it looks like they were probably brought up, because they went to the underground. Of course, they got beat up by Nia. But if, she's going to try to win the titles with Shayna, they might get even behind her and they could become a faction, maybe.
That'd be cool.
Never know.
So she can learn a lot. Nia, anyway. And she's supposed to be the veteran.
Yeah.
All right. And so lastly, we got the Universal title that is now a no holds barred between Champ, The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, Braun Strowman, and Roman Reigns. Vexx, who do you got?
Reigns. They're going to give it to Reigns. I was watching a video the other day, and it was talking about how McMahon was really unhappy with Braun's run. He was blaming like the low ratings on Braun. They're doing the Fiend wrong, so I think Braun's going to take the pin from Reigns.
Old.
Yeah, I totally see that too. I see Roman looks great though. Like you kind of you forget I think him going away for a while kind of helped him because then you forget. The thing about what I like about Roman Reigns is that when he works, he really knows how to sell. And he really knows how to get the people behind him and everything. That's what I really like about him. So now that he's coming back after we haven't seen him in a while, it's like, oh shit, he looks great. He's impactful. And I think he's going to do the best he can to try to make the other guys look good, to get the story across. Because Bray tells a great story. Braun's just going to be the powerhouse he is. He's going to do – I wonder, because if it's a no-holds-barred match, you're probably going to see Braun do the freak of nature kind of stuff, like flip over a car, bring down the set, something like that. Because that's the history of Roman and Braun, is that they were killing each other, like putting each other in ambulances and shit like that.
Yeah.
But I see definitely Roman getting the title back and just get a run right now. But Roman as a Heyman guy kind of changes the game a lot. And I think it's going to be pretty interesting. But I totally see Roman winning this. But I think I'm going to be wrong. So.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have called like post storylines with my predictions, like with Roman coming back and, placeholders and all that. So I said before that if Roman didn't leave, he would have beaten Goldberg. And I feel like this would have been the time where the Fiend would have taken over. So now that Roman had left and he's coming back and they have, like I said, Paul Heyman, he's turning heel. I feel it's more beneficial for Strowman and has to get behind Strowman to be chasing the title at this point. Where Wyatt comes in with all this, like Vexx was saying, it just sucks what they've done with his character because he just came back. I mean, he just won the title. He was screwed out of it, in Super Showdown, whatever the Super Saturday, whatever it was called in Saudi Arabia. But like I said, he was cut short. So there's some good storytelling there. Him, redeeming himself. But like I said it before. Long story short, when Reigns came back, I said he was going to be the champ. So my prediction, I said that Reigns, but that heel Reigns. So same thing with when Brock won the title. You know, he had Heyman there talking shit, showing how strong he was. So I feel like Reigns wins and he holds it for a while. And what happens with Strowman and Wyatt, man, we don't know. Maybe they get unhappy and go to the other company, you know, post all this.
Right.
Do we see any retribution showing up?
I don't know. I did see was it? I don't think it was. Was it on your page, John, with the meme about who the retribution is? They had the guesses.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, that's good. Like if they put Dijakovic in that group and then a couple of those other people, I was like, wow, that'd be pretty awesome if it is.
Because I think they also predicted like Mia Yim and what is Lacey Lane's name now? Caden Carter.
Caden Carter, Dio Madden.
Yeah.
But to have a mixed crew of male and female, you know, that's something you don't see, and I think that's pretty interesting. And once they all come out, if you're going to put that as a group, it's like, oh, that's going to be pretty interesting.
Yeah. So what I was hoping, like I said, I'm a dreamer. When they showed the silhouettes of that group, I was trying to find somebody that looks similar to Ken Kennedy. I think that would be amazing. But I think the tallest one I think was predicted as Dijakovic. The one next to him, it actually had the body type of like a CM Punk, you know. So maybe a Kennedy or a Punk coming back, man, that would, you know, be your problem solver briefly, you know, for like the ratings, you know, like have another Punk run like a Nexus or like Kennedy coming back because Retribution, you know, like you're pissed, you know, and could be pissed that he was let go. Here he is with all these, you know, young guys about to take over. Like I said, I would love for a Punk or Kennedy being the leader of this Retribution.
So you think there's going to be at least one guy that's going to be a former guy coming in for revenge?
I do. Like I said, I'm hoping for Punk because, like I said, he definitely looked it. You know, the size and everything, and I think he did that run-in on some indie show a while back, right, where he was under a mask, did the GTS, and everyone was like, "Oh, that was Punk," and that's all you heard about it. You know, so like I don't think he's afraid to just go in and act like part of the pack. You know, and then when they're revealed, it's like, oh shit, it was Punk the whole time, like because it's not being a big deal made out of it, you know. So, and that's what keeps like the mystique with all this. So, I think if they do show up, I'm gonna go back through the card. I think it'd be more maybe Orton and Keith Lee. You know, so there's more story to be told there. You know, no one really took the L. They came in, got their ass beat.
Here's the deal, though. Why would Mia Yim do a run-in with Keith Lee? That's her boyfriend.
I don't think anything ever makes sense.
And she was supposed to be one of the people that was unmasked, or they said was in it.
Right?
Yeah. I don't know. It's one of those like, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't give off this vibe, you know? Yeah. And that'll also save him, you know, because you may immediately put him in the storyline where, you know, his girlfriend's group is out to get him, you know, like the fuck calls whatever with them. But we don't even know Mia's in.
Right.
Yeah.
It's all speculation for right now, but that's why it's a prediction show.
We want to know. Right?
Yeah.
So I mean, you're the one who brought it up. So if we have Retribution, who do you feel they would demolish?
If they do anything, it'd probably be during Big E and Sheamus' match. But that's not really either that or the Riddle and Corbin. I don't think they're gonna do anything in an important match right now. I think just to show their face, it'll probably be something low on the card.
Yeah, or maybe even the pre-show.
Yeah,
you know, so that they're gonna replay like 80 times during the main show and take time from some of these other matches. Like, this is what happened earlier, as they tend to do. But yeah, so did do we give our final predictions? I know you said Reigns. I said Reigns. Sauce, did you say
I said Reigns.
Reigns? Yeah. It's all Reigns. So, man, that is our predictions. And like I said, I've been shitty at this. Like I said, I always predict what happens afterwards. And, man, y'all's minds, it's nuts, man. So,
like, who's got the record from the last show? Like, who had the best record of predictions?
I believe it was Junior. I think he only had 2 losses in that one. And I think I went. Yeah. Oh man, so I need to start not predicting the right ones in it. Right, chop. It's a receipt, man. But yeah, I think I went 500 last time. I think I was half and half. So we'll see, man, and y'all watch along, and we'll hit that thread and see where we're at tomorrow. But Vexx, Sauce, I appreciate you guys being on, man. Let's do this again.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Anytime, brother.